Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I am you.
fucking loop got me again. Fucking loop got me again. What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? Make sure I unmuted my mic. That fucking loop gets me every time. Well, not every time. I try to catch it, but it got me today, though. What the fuck's up, guys? I hope y'all can hear me. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Sai, yo, you, this fucking guy right here. This cracked me up. It's one of my top 500 podcasters. I made the cut, guys. I made the cut. I'm in the top 500. So we can just end it now. We can just end the stream now. That's all I got to say. Me up. And a lot of profanity. All right, great. So we're fucking here then. Let's go. I am so happy to be back home and back to reality. Man, traveling for work is fun and all, but it was a week from, it wasn't that bad, but anything that could go wrong went wrong. My corporate credit card didn't work, so I had to pay for the hotel and the rental myself, which is fine. They'll reimburse me, but. And then I went to get coffee the next day. My credit card declined again, my corporate credit card. So yeah, so that was fun. And then got to Wednesday, and then my laptop crashed on me. I was literally on the phone with IT, y'all, it was 3 hours Wednesday night. It was 4 hours Thursday, and then it was an hour yesterday at the airport. So I'm just so fucking happy to be back and to be here with you guys and to be able to watch wrestling tonight. We will be doing a K Smith is better than 501. Exactly, dude. Exactly, man. I could have been 501. I could have been 550. Maybe I didn't even crack the first 1,000, but I made the 500. So we're out here, guys. But yeah, so we will be doing a watch along tonight. I'm so stoked for that. So I think the start time of the show is 7 p.m. Eastern. Correct. So we'll be doing a little watch along because I missed you guys and I just want to do a watch along with you guys. So if you would like to partake in the watch along with me, I'll be here. If not, totally fine, because like I've said before, first of all, I didn't even know watch alongs were a thing until like this past year. Right before I did my first one. Because one day I was randomly just on YouTube. I was like scrolling through YouTube or something when the show was on, and I saw this chick doing a watch along. I was like, oh no way. It was Gabby. If you guys have listened to Busted Open Radio on Sirius XM, Gabby Laspisa, she has her own YouTube channel. I think it's called Gabby AF. She's pretty cool, so definitely check her out and subscribe. But she was doing I forget what it was. I forget the pay-per-view that it was, but she was doing a watch along. And I was like, yo, that's dope. And there's another female, out there supporting the wrestling game. So I was like, hell yeah. And she's actually recently been on TNA. She was a backstage. I think she was the host of, I forget the pay-per-view it was. Not this past one, but I think it was the pay-per-view before that. And she was, back in a few months ago, she was part of AJ Francis' little like VIP lounge thing. So she's out there doing her own thing, man. So shout out to her. Oh, very key. Very key. Note to UK watchers, it's 11 p.m. start here because our clocks went back or whatever. Damn. Or whatever. That whole... there's just so much, this isn't a political show, but someone here in the US was trying to get rid of like the time change as a whole. It's just kind of funny to me. But good morning, guys, in the chat. Good morning, Fernando, Cameron, Muhammad. Good morning, of course. Good morning, Sai, I guess. JK. K Smith. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I appreciate you guys for being here with me. Obviously, this will be a prediction show once I actually get into the card itself. But Sai, you said that your picks are going to be probably close to mine, if not spot on with mine. I don't know, man, because I feel like my picks are going to be kind of like out of pocket. So, and again, don't come here and listen to my predictions and put money on it because you will lose. the AEW prediction show that I did, bro, I don't even remember how many wrong that I got. Ridiculous. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like excuse me, my predictions are gonna be completely wrong, but it's what I would want to happen, you know? And I was thinking about that when I was getting my coffee. I was like, what's the purpose of a prediction show? Is it to give the predictions for what I think WWE, AEW, TNA, whomever, like what they're gonna do, or what I would do? So I don't really know the answer to that. Let me know, guys. Let me know. I think it's maybe like a combination of both, but yeah. So that's why I give you guys what I would do. But it is what it is. Like I said, don't come to me for any crucial betting options or input or anything like that because you will lose. Unless you're one of those first time bettors and it's one of those deals where it's like you put $5 down and if your first bet loses you get like 300 or some shit. Got you there. But other than that, better luck to you. Fernando, my Halloween was fine, man. I didn't really do much. I was flying back here, so I didn't get back until like, well, it wasn't that late. It was like 8:30, like 8:45. I just didn't feel like doing anything, dude. I just wanted to be home and just be with my dogs. I have to go get Frida after this show, so I have to go get my babe from daycare. But 2 out of the 3 dogs are here, and little Frida has to go to daycare when I have to leave for multiple days in a row. So I can't wait to go get her. I'm stoked for that. But yeah, man, I think you said I took my daughter trick or treating for the first time. That's so cute. I went as the Phantom of the Opera, and my daughter went as Samora, the creepy girl from The Ring. That's dope, dude. That's dope. I'm happy for you, man. What a contrast, though, in outfits. I love that. That's dope, dude. Yes, and that's what I was gonna say too. You're like, I don't get the time changes. It's just so the cows can get up earlier, whatever the fuck. Yeah. First of all, cows are gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do anyway. So like, why does that determine like what time my life starts? You know what I mean? And originally it was started for farmers and shit. You know, way back when. So I get that, but now it's not really that crucial. You know what I mean? Like, again, we can sometimes like I really want to just get on one of these streams and just sit here and just like shoot the shit with you guys and talk about so many different random things other than wrestling. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm not even against getting rid of it. I'm just like, it's just such a staple now. But I don't know. It's annoying though. Ooh. Case Smith, you said Jade has a better chance of winning than Drew. We're gonna get to that, man. We're gonna get to that for sure because, like I said, I think my picks are way out of pocket, but we'll see. Lord of Dogtown, what up? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, dude, your Dodgers won last night. Yes, dude. Yes, I didn't get to watch the game, but I heard it was great. So shout out to you. And like I said before, my guy Kobe was an LA Dodgers fan, so I'm rocking with the Dodgers. Yeah, right, Fernando. Let Ash help you make millions, everyone. Yeah, come here to make some money. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Ooh, okay. So you said I DM'd you my pics on Twitter. See, okay. Yeah, my DMs are. Let me see if I can get into them. Oh, please. 12 notifications. What the fuck? All right, cool. I got it. So I don't want to look at your pics yet because I don't want to be jaded. So, pun intended. All right, I was doing that to plug. Cool. So once I go through mine, I'm gonna pull up yours. So, all right, let's do this shit. Okay, you said I took points off my SmackDown rating because Charlotte took a shot at us Gymnast in her promo. Yeah, you're funny, bro. You are fucking funny. You are funny. Yeah, dude, Magic is on fire. Are you gonna go to? Are you gonna try to go to a game this year? Because I'm really gonna try to go to a game. And my full time job, we get discount, yeah, discounted tickets on or discounted prices on some tickets. So if there's a game in particular you want to go to, let me know, and I can see if one of those games we get a cheaper ticket price for. So I'm definitely gonna try to take advantage of that this year. But Mohammed, thank you for bringing this up, dude. He said, did you see Jericho and Owens reunite in a hockey game? I saw the picture, but I had no idea the context or anything. I just saw like someone had like saved the picture and like created a new tweet and said something like the festival of friendship is reunited or some shit like that. So that's the only thing that I saw, but it was at a hockey game. Makes total sense. Okay. Okay. Yo, fucking festival of friendship, bro, and just the list. I may be in the minority here. Let me know what you guys think of the list because I just that shit fucking cracked me up every time. It was the stupidest shit. Like the click at the pin, the pause, everything. It was just obnoxious, right? And I fucking loved it. Little things like that fucking win me over, man. I just it cracks me up. So that's another reason why I'm excited for Jericho to come back to WWE. It's so crazy too. Excuse me, like just the change in scenery, the different environment, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, different companies, right? But I don't know, man. I'm just excited to see Jericho come back and get into that bullshit again. I don't know. We'll see. And it could be complete trash, right? It could be like learning tree bad, but there's still little nuggets of good, right? So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm pumped for Jericho to come back. It's crazy because I was like ready. I was just so tired of seeing like the same shit. But it was just one of those things where just like I've said with Moxley, like just characters in general, right? Not just Jericho, Moxley, any characters, even if it's just on like a regular TV show. Sometimes you just need a break from them, or they need to not be the main focal point of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? So that's what they say, and I believe it. So it's just gonna be wild. It's still gonna be wild to see him come back. Oh, in London, yo, that's wild. What are the odds? Well, you better be rooting for the Magic side. I've always wondered too. So like when you guys get like NFL games and NBA games and shit like that, like who do you like? I mean, I'm like who do you root for? You know, like who's your team? Like I guess like it just depends on if you have any ties to any areas and shit like that or whatever, or like certain players. But that's just always fascinating to me. Like when they go to Ireland and shit like that, it's just like it's so cool. It's so cool to see like an NFL game in particular too, because it's just like a different vibe with like the stadium, and like the open air and shit. But just to see like the NFL or whatever, have it like just in a different country. It's just like one of my favorite games of the year. Hey Cacao. And it's just so cool to me too. Like another part of it is like to see who the fans end up rooting for. Because, like obviously it's not a home team for them, right? So it always tickles me to see who they're rooting for. And if it's more 50-50 or if it's more of like a landslide. So yeah. It's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking about that the last time they were where were they? Where were they just at? Fuck, I forget now. It's okay, Cal. My dog was freaking out. But yeah. What up, Maria? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, okay. So, hey, I'm sorry, Sai. You said I'm a big time Knicks fan. My condolences. But I'm still looking for an NFL team. Yeah. Well, like I said, why did you choose the Knicks, man? Out of all the teams, why did you choose the Knicks? Oh yeah, Dogtown. You said when Jericho mentioned making a list in AEW and got a huge pop, tells you just how over that storyline was. Yeah, dude, and that's why I'm like, the simplest shit. Sometimes, and I would say more times than not, like gets over. Like in like simple is better. That's why they say what keep it simple, stupid, because it's so true. Like less is more. Like all the whatever you want to say, all those things. They just keep coming to my brain. But if you leave people wanting more, they're gonna come back, right? But like if you give someone or the people 50 moves in the match, then it's like, okay, like we've seen it, you know what I mean? Then we come back and do the same 50 moves, or like I don't know. I don't know. There's just you could take that in so many different directions too. But yeah, like I'm just such a big story person, which you guys know because y'all are my ride or dies here. But I don't know. I've just always been more of a story person. I obviously appreciate the match itself and all the shit. Every match is different, right? And it should be. But I don't know. Sometimes I'm just watching a match and I'm just like, yo, like you don't have to do so much, my guy. Like you got me. Like you got me already, But yeah. Okay, you visited New York a lot. Makes sense. Makes sense. CJ, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so before we end up talking until the card actually starts, let's get into the predictions here. And to be honest with you guys, I didn't see the entirety of SmackDown because I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. On the way back, I was flying Delta and they have the monitors and like the seats and they're great. So they obviously have like Wi-Fi or whatever, and you can watch like different shows. Which, because I'm cheap as fuck, like I normally fly Spirit and shit, where you don't even have a fucking outlet. So I just thought I was king shit, right? So sitting in there, and they give you the earplugs or whatever to plug in, because it's the old-fashioned ones with the plug, the actual like looks like the auxiliary cord, the good old days. And they had fucking Dexter, dude. They had Dexter Resurrection. So don't get me started on Dexter because I could literally be here all day talking about Dexter, my love and my hate for my love overall for Dexter, but my hatred for how they ended the main series and what they've done since then. But I had heard negative things about the spin-off shows and I don't want to give any spoilers in case anyone hasn't watched or whatever, but it wasn't really following like the same plot. So that's what I heard. So I was like, well, I'm not getting into it. And it was getting back to like when he was a child. And I was like, no, I want the real dude. I want the dude out there fucking killing and chopping people up. If I get in trouble, whatever, I'm sorry. But I want that Dexter, not 15-year-old Dexter trying to find himself. No offense. So not for a whole season. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I finished one movie and I was like, all right, we still have another hour. So I turned on Dexter, and Resurrection was a continuance of the first spinoff from the original series. So I was like, fucking let's go. Okay. I got hooked. Paramount Plus, they fucking got me. I was going to cancel. My membership was literally set to cancel. They got me. I had to upgrade that shit. I gave them, I think it was like $12.99. So I came home and I ended up watching a little bit of Dexter before I fell asleep. So I did not watch the full SmackDown show, so I apologize for that. But I did go back and watch the majority of it. Honestly, it wasn't even that great of a show. So once I was sitting there kind of going through it, I was like, I feel like I made the right decision. No offense. And I really didn't miss much. But obviously the main thing was the change in the stipulation for the WWE Championship match, the Undisputed Championship. So we'll be getting into that here. Yeah. Fernando, he said that Dexter Resurrection was very good, or is very good. Yeah, dude. I'm on, excuse me, episode 3, and then I fell asleep. But I'm so excited because there's like 10 episodes, so that is what I will be doing tonight after Saturday night's main event. Because I'm fucking pumped. Sai, what? Dude, are you serious? You've never seen Dexter, dude? Oh my god. Oh my god. If you're into that kind of shit, like he's a serial, you know what? I don't know exactly what words I can't say without getting like too many like what do they call like infractions or whatever, strikes or whatever. But yeah, Dude, you have to see it. You have to see it. Please watch it. So I will admit though, it's one of those shows that starts off kind of slow because when you like season 1, episode 1, because it's setting the foundation. So you have to really give it, I would say, a good like 3 to 4 episodes to like really like I mean, me personally, I was hooked from the beginning, but a couple people that I've watched it with, like that was kind of like their impression of it, and I can totally understand. Like going back and rewatching it, I can totally understand that. But dude, you gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. And Sai, fucking, you're 100% right there, dude. You said you can get away without watching any WWE. It's all on YouTube 10 minutes later, and it 100%, dude. They have like a full highlights video clip that's normally like 15 to 20 minutes long, depending on the length of the show itself, and it pretty much hits all. I mean, sometimes they leave out some key points, in my opinion, but it pretty much hits it spot on, right? Which is fucking crazy that you can wrap up a show in like a 2-hour show in like 16 minutes. I don't know what that says. But then like the Drew and Cody segment, they had that full segment on YouTube, which thank you, you know what I mean? But it's kind of wild when you think about it. But yeah. I've never seen Breaking Bad. I've never seen Breaking Bad. I've heard great things about that as well. Yeah, so maybe I'll get into that. All right, guys. 30 minutes later. Oh, bless you guys for sticking around with me. But the actual card itself, let me pull that shit up. Yeah, no, I'm 2000. Wow, how fast you fall. How fast the mighty fall. Down to 2000. It's okay. I'll make my way back. It's okay. Everyone loves a good comeback story. They don't love the ones who start out strong. They love a good comeback story. Especially in America. All right, so all right, guys. The actual card itself. Bless you guys, because I talk so much shit. And it's crazy. Yeah, I didn't think they did, but we're at 4 matches, dude. 4 fucking matches for this card, which I'm here for it. I am fucking here for it. And again, I could get all 4 wrong. And it's one of those things where it's like, the more questions on a test you have, the more answers you can get wrong and still pass. So this shit, you miss one, you automatically get a D, depending on where you're at. Like a 75 for where I went to school, that was a D. So yeah, you ain't passing if you miss one. But the card itself, I love it. I love the 4 matches. And I might get this poster because I love it. Let's see if we can. Oops. Oh, it's so tiny. That's just I'm not gonna say it. I'm so fucking challenged. But look at this poster, guys. Again, it's tiny, because that's what she said. But look at this poster. I just fucking love it. It's so simple. It's so simple, but I love it. And, well, however, it could be a bad sign. Since he's on the poster, it could be a bad sign. Because normally the people on the poster do not win. So, there's that. Alright, I guess we'll just start off with my guy. CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Seth was on, I think it's Good Morning Football. I think that's the name of the show. Some football morning talk show. And I'm pretty certain he said that he's going to be out for 6 months. So there's that. Obviously, he had his arm in a sling, so he got the surgery done already. And I believe it. It's not. I don't think it's any of the whole like fake knee shit. I've seen some people out there still saying it could be fake or whatever. if it is, and if it ends up being that, that'd be fucking crazy. But I obviously don't think so, since it's a vacant championship, right? Like they wouldn't be going through all that. They wouldn't have stripped him of the title if it was fake, right? You know what I mean? Or if that was part of the storyline, rather. So I think that's kind of absurd. Like I love a good conspiracy theory or whatever, but I don't think that's this time. But the pick with having Jey Uso was very interesting to me. I am kind of right there with a lot of people in the camp of, and I'm not even the biggest LA Knight fan, but I'm kind of in the camp of, if you don't pull the trigger on him like now or very, very soon, it's going to be too late. You know what I mean? And the fact that he has maintained his popularity, the reaction, I don't like for this long. That says something, you know, and it should say something. At least it says something to me. You know what I mean? And granted, you know, I'm sitting over here, and you know, they're the professionals and the know-it-alls, right? Like they've been doing this shit, so maybe they know or see something that I'm just not seeing. And is he the best in the ring? Is he the most technical guy? No, but to me, like that kind of is what makes me like him a bit more too, because it kind of reminds me of myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'd be in there being like the most polished person, but I'd go out there and I'd definitely try. You know what I mean? But that just makes you, I don't know. And unless he's going out there hurting people, right? Then obviously that's a completely different story. But I don't know, man. I feel like, especially being on Raw, having the World Heavyweight Championship there and not the Undisputed Championship, why not pull the trigger on him? So I don't know. So then I was thinking, okay, and there's a promo that he did backstage. I forget who it was with, but he got me. Like when he called out pretty much the winner of CM Punk and Jey Uso, he was like calling a shot. You know, I was like, okay, fuck yeah, like let's go. Like maybe they're just setting it. It was like a more of a long-term thing, and they're just setting up, and maybe he'll have a championship match at Survivor Series or something. And then he goes out there and he loses to Braun Breaker. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And not that I'm saying that he should maybe even necessarily beat Braun, because obviously they're building Braun. They want him to be, you know, like they want Braun to be in a certain light, certain, you know, like I guess they're not really going for like a streak or anything like that, but like a certain like dominance, you know, like a certain like just stigma for Braun. And I can see why you obviously wouldn't want LA Knight beating him clean, but fuck, like why even make the match to begin with? You know what I mean? So you could have easily had Braun Breaker going up against someone different and had LA Knight in a different match completely. So it was just very odd to me, but it did kind of give me a bad feeling that, man, they're just not gonna do it. So I don't know, and I don't really know what else the dude needs to do. You know what I mean? Like the fuck. So I'm not saying, again, like I would even want him to have like the longest run or anything like that, but why not pull the trigger and give it a shot? You know, like the product hasn't been as hot recently. Not saying he should even go in, or maybe even should go into WrestleMania as the champion or anything like that. But fuck, like try and then just see what you have. You know what I mean? Pull the trigger, see how the fans. You did it with Jey Uso, and I know like the reactions are completely different. But I mean, LA Knight, shit, like I don't know, man. I would say like if Jey Uso's reactions get like a 10, he probably gets like a 7.5, I would say, an 8. And the more and more you build and put more momentum behind him and give people a reason to like have a good feeling about believing in them and not just having their own belief, but like having belief that the company believes in them too, they'll just grow stronger and stronger and not like, oh, well, he's probably going to fucking lose. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And maybe I'm off with that. And again, like I said, he's not a technical wrestler, you know, the best guy out there in the ring or anything like that. But I don't know, man. He's good to me. Let me see what you guys have to say. Where is it? Where'd it go? Sai said, I don't want LA Knight anywhere near the title. Man, you're a hater, Sai. I'm just kidding. Why though? Is he just like annoying to you, or like I don't know? Like, tell me why. Tell me why. Okay, here we go. You said we went through a phase where everyone won the title, the world title. I really don't want to go back to that. LA Knight would seem like a token gesture. I get that, dude, but like, I do get that, but I feel that with right now, I don't know. I feel like when they don't have a clear story in play right now because of what happened with Seth, and they had to not necessarily call an audible, but kind of take a detour. Why not fucking have fun with it, man, and just try something new? Why not just try something new? And again, I'm not saying you have to commit to it for 6 months. Even like, let's say you pull the trigger and it ends up not going well, like ratings fall or whatever, like whatever you want to measure it by, which I just thought was just kind of dumb, but whatever. But just crowd reaction wise, or if business starts to drop like ticket sales and shit like that, then yeah, take the belt off of them and go with a CM Punk or whatever. But because you always have that there unless they get hurt. But I don't know. I just with the product how it's been lately, I just kind of want a change up and just something fresh, or at least just a possibility for something fresh. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, just going back to Jey Uso and CM Punk, and you obviously Punk is my guy, and I'm gonna get into my pick obviously here in a second, but I don't know. I think just putting Jay back in there was kind of just kind of gave me like a bitter taste. You know what I mean? And you guys know me, man. Like excuse me, man. I have been more of a fan of Jay than a lot of people. A lot of people have been tired of him since before WrestleMania last year. And I haven't, but I get it, but I've kind of been more on board with it. But now I just think you're getting to a point where you got to be careful. Hold on. All right. Try talking again. That was like dying on me there for a second. But yeah, so and again, like I said, I don't think he would like be breaking records or anything like that. But just try something different, man. Just shake shit up. I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm coming from. And I think LA Knight was just the guy that I landed on Raw. With the lay of the land of what they have. But yeah, just like fucking do something different, dude. K Smithy said, I don't want LA Knight anywhere near the title too. I don't even like him in the picture. Yeah, like I said, I know no. Sayu said, I know I'm in the minority. No, I know I'm in the minority with the whole LA Knight thing. But I think LA Knight just represents just trying something different. Is kind of where I'm coming from. Ooh, K Smith. Don't do him like that though. Whew. He said he should be in ROH or something. So not even on TV? Yikes. A D'Lo Brown fake. Y'all are funny, bro. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. What up, Alex? What up? What up? You said, hi, Kikash. Did you like the move that Saturday night main event moved from NBC to Peacock? Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yes. But yeah, all right. So my official pick for this match, because again, fucking how long before we even get to the main point? I really, I feel obviously you guys know I want Punk to win, right? So personally, that would be my pick because it's Punk. But it's just a weird setting for him to win. Obviously, not his first championship since the whole cash in thing, but to win the first title and really be able to have a chance to have a reign with it, you know what I mean, and not lose it 5 minutes later. Being back in WWE, it just feels kind of weird to me. It doesn't necessarily feel like tonight's the night. Um, but I don't know, like the odds I would say probably 60-40 more on Punk's side, or maybe 70-30. But I have this like kind of like not gut feeling, but like this other like weird feeling in me that Jay is going to turn, like actually turn, fucking like cheat when the ref isn't looking type shit, and get the 1 2 3. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if they would have Punk win the championship, or when they have Punk win the championship, wouldn't you want to do it at like a bigger setting? So I don't know, man. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know. But at the same token, too, they obviously weren't planning on going this route to begin with. And what happened with Seth and the vacant championship and all that, they need to have a champion. So there is that. But I don't know. I just have a weird feeling that Jay is going to win this, just with the direction that they've been going in lately. And again, I could be crazy because they would be giving up the entrance and the merch and all that, but how long has he been doing that now? And I don't know. Maybe he'll still try to do it and still be a bad guy. I don't know, because Seth still now again, two completely different types of entrances, right? But in regards to the fan involvement, fans still sing Seth's song or do y'all know. But then they boo him right afterwards. So but Jay's, is so much more interactive, right? Like it's all about like interacting and with the fans like the little kids, So that would be kind of odd for him to be a bad guy and then to go in the ring and like sit there and shit on the fans, but to be like feuding with them. So I don't know. I would say would have to get rid of the whole package, which I would kind of be excited for. Talking about needing to do something fresh. If the idea is putting Jay in this match for the championship and having him kind of go through what he's been going through the past few weeks, and with how fired up again he was on Raw, man, I have a weird feeling that Jay is gonna pull it out here. And it hurts my heart because as much as I would want Punk to win, the championship at the biggest stage of them all, like the ideal setting, right? Like in Chicago, like whatever, you know what I mean? I just want him to win the championship, period. So it hurts me to like not choose Punk. And again, like if like I was saying earlier, like are the predictions my predictions, like my personal ones, or like what I think the company is gonna do? So me personally, I would want Punk to win. And I think you do have a lot of options with Punk, but I think with Jay, you could really shake shit up, like I was just advocating for with LA Knight. So I think they're gonna go with, I don't even want to say it, with Jay Uso, man. I think they're gonna go with Jay. I think Jay is gonna win the championship, and even as I'm saying it, like it doesn't feel right, but something in me wherever is just I just have that feeling. And maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is what's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, right? And this is what really just sends Jay over the edge, is by having Punk beat him, right? Like maybe they go through this great match. Punk wins the championship. Punk brings him up, shakes his hand, trying to, like mutual respect type shit. And then Jay just fucking snaps, and he's like, no, fuck, obviously he's not gonna say this, but like he snaps and like the dreaded low blow, right? And just like beats down on Punk and just snaps. Maybe that is what leads to that version of Jay. So he's not actually the champion, but we still get that turn, which I'd be happy about. It's a win-win. I don't know. I just something like I have a weird feeling that Jay's gonna win the championship. because it's Saturday night's main event too. But again, it's not like they're defeating the current champion. It's guaranteed a new champion regardless. So I don't know. So again, my personal pick is Punk, but I just have a weird feeling WWE is gonna go with Jay. But yeah, so moving on for time purposes, because like I said, I gotta go get Frida in a little bit. And then I'll go through y'all's comments here too, because obviously I want to see what you guys have to say and who you guys pick. But this is an all championship lineup too, which is like Night of Champions type shit. But just to kind of skip around, next we'll go with Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion on SmackDown, facing off against, speaking of heel turns, a newly turned Jade Cargill, which I'm just so here for. She looks so badass. Fucking $1,000,000, dude. Just incredible. This is her night. And if they don't pull the trigger on her, I will be bewildered. So, because if you don't pull the trigger on it, then why turn her? Like, that would make no sense. So I don't know. It kind of bothers me even sitting here thinking about having her not win the title here tonight. So my money is on Jade. And again, if they don't put the title on her tonight, well, you guys will be here with me, so we'll see what the fuck how my reaction is, because I'm sitting here thinking like I don't even know what my reaction is gonna be. I'm not gonna like lose my mind or anything, right? But like it'll just be dumb to me. It'll just be fucking dumb. So we'll see. I'm not expecting it to be a fucking like incredible match, but I think it's gonna be a solid match. I think they've had enough experience with each other now, and they're familiar with each other enough. So I'm expecting it to be a good match, and I'm looking forward to it too. Like I said, Jade looked incredible, so I'm excited to see like what her gear is gonna be and what she comes out looking like. So I kind of wish tonight would have been Halloween, so they can, like with the big match and Saturday night's main event, the main event feel of it mixed with like some creepy shit for Halloween. Like, but it is what it is. You can still get away with it, in my opinion, right? It's holiday. It's the Halloween weekend. I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights tomorrow night, which I'm fucking stoked for. It's the last night that they're doing it, and it's the at Universal Orlando where they have the Wyatt Six, the Wyatt Funhouse. So y'all know I'm gonna take some pictures and some videos. So I'm gonna upload that shit here. But I wish I would have gotten one of those like POV cameras, like you can't wear sunglasses in there, but like because you can't record in the houses themselves. Man, I wish I would have thought about that shit prior. But yeah, so definitely gonna make some videos though, or take some videos though, and post it on here because I'm just so fucking pumped for it. So pumped for it. But yeah, so my pick here is Jade Cargill. Again, I will be just bewildered if they don't choose Jade, because like I said, like what was the whole point of everything then? Now this match, Dominic Mysterio, fucking love that guy. Our Intercontinental Champion, defending against Penta and Rusev. This guy better retain. this little dude, he better retain that championship. I love Dirty Dom. He is just fantastic. It's wild to see where he started from and where he's at now in such short time too. But just the transformation, it's just incredible. And it still kind of gets to me at some points, like when I'm watching like a match of his or just watching, like a random clip or whatever. It's just like, yo, like this dude has grown so much, and it's fun depending on how old you guys are, right? And how long have you been watching? But it's fun to see him literally like come from like being a little kid to where he's at now. It's wild. The custody for Dominic ladder match was one of my favorite matches. Like I have watched that match and like that, not the full build, but like some like clips and some like shows like built like some SmackDown shows building up to it a good amount of times, and especially during the time it was happening, like they got me, man. They got Lil Ashley. I was like, yo, like like I hated Eddie Guerrero at that time. Could not stand the dude. I was like, it's so, because I saw Dominic right there too. I was like, it's just so sad. It's just like I felt for Dominic, and I felt for Ray. Oh, they got me. They got me. So to see him where he's at now, it's just kind of crazy. It makes me feel old. Not gonna lie. But yeah, so this match is just gonna be fun. This may be the match, wrestling match on the card of for the night, but I don't see a title change here. I think Dom is going to retain, and it's going to be one of those things where like Rusev or yeah, I'll probably. It depends on the route they want to go. Like either Penta or Rusev, right? Like they fucking like kill the other, and then Dominic comes in and gets the 1, 2, 3, or like throws them out of the ring. And was it Wade Barrett who called it the tadpole splash instead of the frog splash? Yo, that shit tickled me. But hits his, frog splash and then gets the victory to retain. It depends, right? Because like it's interesting what they're doing. I think they're kind of going through like a feeling out period for Dominic, where they're like seeing how each city, not how each city reacts necessarily, but because they're going to react to Dominic regardless, but to see if he's getting more and more love, or if it's still a little bit mixed. But to me, it just sounds like the dude is getting more and more love, you know what I mean? And more cheers and more support. So I think that's what they're kind of playing with right now and like testing the waters on, which is fun again to see and just kind of let things naturally and like organically happen. So I think that's going to determine to the direction they go with this match, because you have kind of like Dominic, like I was just saying, like not figuring out where he's going, because he's still Dirty Dom. He's still doing the same shit, but it's the fans figuring out, are we still going to be booing this guy and shitting on him, or are we going to start loving him and treating him more like an Eddie Guerrero type guy? You know what I mean? Or, like we got to pick our path here soon, So that's obviously going to determine if Dominic picks up the win on Penta or on Rusev, in my opinion. So we'll see. And again, I'm not saying like tonight's the night for Dominic where it's like, okay, dude, you have to be a good guy or a bad guy. I'm not saying that, but I think tonight's gonna be one of those key moments and those key like test subjects for WWE to see, like, okay, like the fan, and especially it's what in Utah, right? Yeah, in Utah, it was just like fucking random place. So to see what a fucking random place has to say about Dominic and how they react about him, I think will be telling. So my pick here is Dominic to retain, and yeah, go from there. But what I think is going to be the main event, because of what I think may be a crazy pick, and I think also it's going to be telling too to see if they either open with this match or close with this match. Because if they open, then I think it's just going to be the same old shit. But if they close with this match, I think it's even more telling. So I'm not even going to draw this one out. My long story short, especially with how they switch shit up on SmackDown with the stipulation, if Cody is disqualified or counted out, he'll lose the title. I think the theme tonight's the night for Drew. And I think that if you don't, like I was saying earlier, if you don't pull the trigger at certain points, I feel like it's just kind of gonna be one of those things where it's like it's never gonna happen, and you lose so much more faith, in my opinion, in a character. So, and it's what, fucking November 1st. You have plenty of time. If, again, for whatever reason, you don't want Drew going into WrestleMania as champion, which I think would kind of be crazy too, because Drew is so good. Like, you guys know me, so you know how I feel about Drew. And again, how I feel about Cody too. So it's one of those things where if you don't pull the trigger on Drew McIntyre tonight, especially with this newly added stipulation, I think he's just gonna come out looking so much worse, and I guess we can wait and see how that outcome would happen. But man, like, if you build all of this up with Drew, right? And you put all of this stock in Drew where he's getting in Cody's head and he's playing the mental game with Cody. Like Cody was pissed. Like Cody held his head. Like Cody was pissed. You know what I mean? Drew brought up the kids, like, and that's when obviously Cody lost it and, slammed Drew's head into the table. But things like that, like I said on, I think it was last week's show, like Cody is getting more and more aggressive. So do I think we're going to get like a double turn here tonight? No, I don't think it's time for that as much as, like I made my case last week where I said I could believe it. And I still, don't think it'd be that out of pocket. I obviously still think you can get much more out of good guy Cody, but he's just more and more things like the thing you said about, nice guys normally don't finish last, but this time I will, or some shit like that. You like I don't know, like normally like nice guys, like it's weird like calling yourself a nice guy too. It's I don't know, just qualifiers and like describing yourself as something was just always kind of odd to me in those in that, like I don't know, in that regard. But like I get having a nickname like the American Nightmare, you know what I mean? But like I don't know, just interesting. But I think this is going to backfire on Cody, and I think this is going to be Drew's time. And like I said, if they don't pull the trigger on Drew, man, I'm actually going to be bummed by that. I'm going to be really bummed. And again, you guys know how much I love Cody, and I've rocked with Cody for years now. And I love what Cody said too about how when he got tired or fed up with WWE, he quit and he left, but Drew got fired. So I thought that was a really good call out and a really good point that Cody made. And it was kind of like interesting too. Just again, the aggression and just the tone that Cody had with it. I don't know. Just little things like that are just really kind of like standing out to me. And again, I could be reading way too much into it, but yeah, I don't know. Just something's going on with my guy Cody. So that's a story to kind of keep an eye on, especially depending on who the next challenger is going to be. Like they could very easily have Cody retain here and have Randy Orton come back and start the feud or whatever. But I don't know. I think that, or they could have Randy come back and cost Cody the title, but then I don't see what the purpose of the stipulation would be. I don't know. But this edition of the stipulation, like I said, really gave me a little bit more hope that they're gonna, like I was saying, shake shit up. And I don't think it would be, Cody can lose, man. And like Cody doesn't always have to be the champion going into WrestleMania. Obviously, like now that he's won the title, he doesn't have to be the champion going in each year. Like he can be the challenger. He can be doing other shit too. And I think that's good. I think that would be good, So you don't have another case of like Roman Reigns being in like just main event after main event for the same and like the same shit, like the same title picture. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Like just have fun. And I don't know. Again, like it doesn't have to be forever, but I don't know. It's kind of where I'm at. So I'm picking Drew. I'm picking Drew here. I have a feeling they're gonna have Cody retain, but I'm picking Drew. So I'm gonna see what you guys have to say. Dogtown, you said no winner in regards to the Punk and Uso match. You said no winner, Bronson and Braun attorneys at law. Bronson and Braun attorneys at law get involved and cause a DQ. That would be some fucking shit, dude. I would that would piss me off. Oh yeah. All right, cool. So let me Drew. Okay. I just read your picks. Okay, so we were damn. Okay. I think we were pretty much spot on. And that, like I said, I wanted Punk to win, but yeah, but I think they're gonna have Jay. Okay. So we were pretty spot on there, dude. Okay, and you said they spelled out the J heel turn a bit too loud for me. I think it's Jimmy and Jimmy who put out Jacob. Okay. Okay. And K. Smith says he has Jay winning too. All right, bet. Yeah, side 0. Yeah. Yeah, but we finished out strong. We finished strong. All right, yeah. And K. Smith said Jade wins. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Sai said I had Jade in her badass stitches. Yeah, dude. Like I'm saying, fucking, she looks so badass. That injury from the steel steps, dude. That fucking headbutt to the steel steps. Thanks to Naya. Fuck. If I'm a female wrestler out there, I'm like, please, Naya, hurt me, because it just benefits you after that. Ask Becky, and now ask Jade. She looks badass. Not that she didn't before, but it just adds another layer. Yeah, facts, doctor. Facts. Oh god, side no, it better not be tonight, dude. I do not want to see him back. You said not saying it's tonight, but I think at some point we get a Rock appearance out of nowhere in a Cody match. Ugh, don't say that shit, bro. Not tonight. Hey, Lucifer, what's up? What's up, bro? Yeah, I know, and I forgot to mention this point. So yeah, thanks for bringing it up. You said Drew got the upper hand last night, so Cody might. I honestly want Punk to win. Not big on Jay, though. If Jay does win, they have to make his new run better than his last couple title runs. Facts, dude. That's a great point. What's up, dude? It's good to see you in the chat, man. He does wear lovely shoes. All right. And Kay Smith, you said my picks are Cody, Jade, Jay, and Dom. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, and I think the IC title match will be the probably like the wrestling match of the night. And it just depends on if they're willing to be fun and pull the trigger. I think that if Drew wins, that could just the overall package of it could be the winner, you know what I mean, for match of the night, and really, I don't know, just kind of like set a new vibe for WWE and like a new excitement going forward, just because like they did something fresh, you know what I mean, and they actually like are taking a chance. But yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think the triple threat is gonna be probably like the best wrestling match for sure, for sure. Yeah. Alex just said hopefully the Rock doesn't return. And I don't think I don't think so either, but like Sai said, at some point. At some point. Yeah, it was for I was traveling pretty much like the whole day and I just chilled last night. But yeah, dude. It was ideal, man. How was yours, bro? How was yours? Sai, you're the best, man. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, guys. Oh yeah, Maria, you said and Maria, that's probably spot on, dude. That's long story short for what I said, right? You said my heart says Drew, but my brain says Cody, and that's what I fear that they're just gonna stick with the same. But we'll see. But yeah, I will be wrapping up there, guys. I gotta go pick up my girl Frida Free from her daycare. Go get her and then come back. We have to meet the little babysitter a little bit later when we go away in February, I think. But yeah, got some shit to do. gotta unpack and all that shit before the stream tonight. But yeah, so we'll probably be back here around 6:45 p.m. Eastern time, about 15 minutes before the show starts, 15 minutes before the show starts, get everything synchronized, make sure you guys can hear the audio, make sure all that shit's good to go before the show itself. But yeah, like I said, I appreciate you guys so much for popping in here Saturday morning. You could be doing a lot of other shit. You could be sleeping, could be doing whatever. And you popped in here, whether you're watching live or on replay. I appreciate that. Definitely, like I said, look forward to seeing you guys later tonight. If you decide to pop in, again, no pressure. I know watch along sometimes fuck with people's, like sensory levels and shit. And like, I have terrible ADHD, so sometimes you can't. Sometimes you need to focus on one thing. Sometimes you need 5 things going on. So I totally get it. But yeah, guys, I look forward to seeing whoever pops in later tonight, or if you watch it on replay or listen on replay, which a lot of people seem to do too, which I find very interesting. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon, and I will see you guys later tonight. Take care.